Allison's father, Mitchell Duckbrew, calls out with a warning. Seconds later, 3 shots are fired in Rail's direction.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Attorney Session Reacts. I'm your host, Attorney Marcus Session. How do you guys like my new office? Beautiful place, beautiful place. I just moved in this office I'm lying, it's a background. Today, I'm going to react to a video entitled, Doorbell Shows Ohio Dad Shooting Daughter's Ex-Boyfriend in Chaotic Scene. This video is courtesy of Law and Crime Network. They always have some good material. Please remember to check out their page. And also, guys, please like and subscribe to my page. Refer it to your friends, your daddies, your uncles, your mamas, and also leave your comments. I love interacting with you guys. Now, in this video, we're going to discuss the Castle Doctrine and other stand your ground laws as it relates to this Ohio case and other states across the country. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
A Ring doorbell camera captures the terrifying moment when a woman's ex-boyfriend is shot and killed by her father. It happened on July 31st in Sydney, Ohio. Allison Duckbrew says she and her mother returned home from breakfast when her ex-boyfriend approached the front door. When no one answers the door, the man starts to get physical. Through all this, Allison places a call to 911.
Hello. There's some guy on my front porch, and he won't leave, and he's got his hands behind his back, and he won't answer me on the ring. But he left me a voicemail on my phone last night.
That voicemail came from 22-year-old James Rail, who Allison says she dated several years ago.
Hi, Alan. It's James. I just wanted to reach out to you because I just wanted to see how you're doing. It's been a while since I talked to you, and I feel like it. I don't know what I feel.
Yeah, it's a very troubling situation, and unfortunately, this individual got shot and everything. But at the same time, breaking into someone's home when they're telling you to leave is going to get you hurt. And also, guys, if a girl doesn't want to be with you anymore, you just got to accept that, and you just got to move on.
You know that I do want to talk to you, though. I do. It'd be nice. It'd be sweet.
Allison later tells investigators she did not return the call.
And like, he tried to contact me a couple times, and I ignored it, and then last night he called me at like 11:40. I didn't answer. He left me a voicemail saying, hey, let's talk. I didn't answer him.
After Rail breaks through the family's door, Allison's father, Mitchell Duckbrew, calls out with a warning. Seconds later, 3 shots are fired in Rail's direction.
Will you hurry up,
Ma'am?
Yeah?
What's going on?
He broke through the door and my dad shot at him.
Ring footage shows Rail falling to the ground.
The call that the daughter made to 911, the Ring doorbell footage of the father warning the man to stop trying to break into the home. He has a gun, he's going to shoot. The daughter's crying and screaming on the phone when it happened. All of this is evidence that will point towards a valid defense of self-defense for the father when the cops do their investigation and turn all that information over to the prosecutor, who will then probably turn that information to a grand jury to see if they want to indict the father for homicide or manslaughter or whatever type of unlawful killing charge that they may want to charge him with.
As the Duckbrew family stays inside the home, neighbors outside monitor the situation.
Dude, I don't...
You better hurry up and get in with that.
Oh my gosh. Hey, did you already tell them, Alan?
Yeah,
Did you tell them?
He's dead. He's shot.
He's gone.
He's already died. Yeah, I hear him. He's dead. He died.
Several minutes after gunshots rang out, officers arrived to the scene.
Where's the guy? The guy's dead right here. Where's the guy with the gun? Inside the house. He's the homeowner. The guy tried to break in the house. Okay. And the guy was just basically protect himself.
So that neighbor's kind of giving the cop the synopsis of what happened. Says the guy tried to break into the house, homeowner protected himself. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the stand your ground law in Ohio that this dad is pretty much going to argue in defense of his right to protect his home. We have all heard of the stand your ground laws, and honestly, when I hear people talk about this stuff, I hear a lot of myths and I hear a lot of misinformation going around as to how you could claim a defense of self-defense if you're protecting your person or your property or your home, things of that nature. So it's really important to understand the state you're in and whether or not you have a stand your ground law, whether or not that law requires you to act reasonably, whether or not that law imposes a duty to retreat upon you, because this could be the information that determines whether or not you have a valid defense under these stand your ground laws. So we've heard of the Castle Doctrine. Many states have laws that are derivatives of the Castle Doctrine. The Castle Doctrine originated from a statement published in the 1600s in the Third Institute of Laws by a lawyer and judge named Sir Edwin Coke. Sir Edwin Coke. That Third Institute of Laws in Britain at the time was similar to like our restatement of torts. It's a review of British law in the 1600s. In that review, Sir Edwin Coke stated the following: a man's home is like his castle. Wait. He probably said it something like this: a man's home is his castle, for where shall he be safe if not in his home? He probably didn't say it with that terrible of a British accent, but that's what he said. This very statement influenced the drafters of our Constitution in the Fourth Amendment when they were trying to preserve our rights against unreasonable searches and seizures on our persons and in our homes. Subsequently, states used the same ideology from the Castle Doctrine to draft stand your ground laws. The stand your ground laws permit the use of deadly force as a means of self-defense when people feel threatened with death or serious bodily harm. Currently, more than 27 states have stand your ground laws, but in those 27 states, they require a duty to retreat. What this means is that if you feel you're trying to protect yourself and you can run away or get away, if you're in your car, all you have to do is drive off to get away from the scene. Those states require that you drive off and drive away to escape the harm. If you have a duty to retreat and you don't act upon that duty to retreat, you can still be held criminally culpable of an unlawful killing. Now, the stand your ground laws usually require a reasonable person standard. They look at your circumstances in light of what a reasonably prudent person would do given the same situation. The problem with these laws is that sometimes the person's judgment is miscalculated. That misjudgment could lead to the death of a person who wasn't really giving off that serious threat of harm or death. We saw this in the George Zimmerman trial for Trayvon Martin, and we see it across the country in other situations as well. So, as it pertains to this case, we are in Ohio, and in Ohio, the statute prohibits a court or a trier of fact, which is the jury, from considering whether a person knew they could have retreated before the use of deadly force. So in Ohio, there is no duty to retreat. On its face, it looks like this father is going to be okay. Again, the phone call, the witness statements, the doorbell ring cam, everything will be turned over to the prosecutor, who will present this information to a grand jury. The grand jury will decide whether this father should be tried for an unlawful killing. I doubt very seriously that that happened because the father seems to have acted reasonably and he had no duty to retreat.
Right here.
Okay, you guys have your gun down?
Yeah, we're right here.
Officers enter the home and secure the weapon used in the shooting. After that, the Doorbell family explains how the situation began and quickly escalated.
Was he following all three of you or just you? Just you two? And you were already home?
Yeah, we just came back from breakfast.
Okay.
Like, knew where I was.
Okay.
But he just followed me and stepped into my driveway.
Allison tells officers she had no communication with Rail for several years until he called her out of the blue. Body camera footage also shows Allison embracing her father and later sitting next to him near the family pool. At the same time, other officers secure the situation in the front of the home and speak with neighbors.
So we're next to window. I heard the gunshots and I see him drop and his agent, the homeowner, and we see a body laying there.
An Ohio grand jury later declined to indict homeowner Mitchell Duckrew in the shooting based on stand your ground laws in the state. For the latest development,
like I thought, the grand jury was not going to return a true bill for an indictment for the father, which is good. Although it is sad that this young man lost his life, the father had every right to protect his family, protect his home from the threat of the home invasion. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing to the page. Please remember to leave your comments. If you have any questions or you want me to react to any videos, leave that in the comments as well. But until next time, take it easy, my friends.
Let's go.